Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about buying fruits and telephone card, which in Chinese is 买水果和电话卡. So without further ado, let's get to it. Before buying fruits, we'd like to ask ourselves, what type of fruit do you like eating? Does Kenya have it? Your country, does it have it? How much per half a kg? So you'd answer normally, I like eating mangoes. Yes, Kenya has them, 120 shilling for half a kg. And if you want to say it in pinyin in Chinese is 我喜欢吃芒果，对，有120块一斤. Then we'll move on to the second question. No, before we move on to the second question, we'd like to discuss the vocabulary, which is identified in the first question, and I'd let my friend here, Jaden, take over.
So the vocabulary from the first question, we have 4 new words here that we want to discuss further. The first one is the verb to like, which is shi huan, and the second one is the verb to eat, which is chi, and the third one is mango. So mango in Chinese is mango, and the fourth word is a measure word. It's jin, which means half a kg.
Then we'll move on to the second question, and it goes as follows.
So we're going to ask ourselves, in Kenya, where do you like to go to buy things? So usually I like going to the market because it has fruits and vegetables, and I also like going to the supermarket because it has other things. So how are we going to say this in Chinese? We would say 我喜欢去市场，因为有水果和蔬菜。我也喜欢去超市，因为有其他东西。So we're going to look at some of the new words that we've learned from question 2. So first we've learned the verb to go. So if you want to say go in Chinese, you say 去. We've learned the word market, which is 市场, and we've learned the word supermarket, which is 超市. And we can see that the word supermarket is a combination of 2 words. First is 超市, which means super, and 市场, which is a market. So when you combine those 2 words, the short form would be 超市, which is a supermarket.
Okay, so question 3A. In Kenya, what things are expensive? So here we're looking at the context of fruits and the telephone. So the things that are expensive in Kenya are peaches, kiwi fruit, lychee berries, and making phone calls are very expensive. In Chinese, it will be 桃子吃一锅，力气酱锅和的电话很贵。3B will be done by Koome.
So for the second part, in Kenya, what things are cheap? Now, in Kenya, the things that are cheap are normally the locally produced things. So in Kenya, mangoes, oranges, bananas, and beef are very cheap. And in Chinese, that would be mango, ju, su, qiang, jiao, ha, niu ro, hen, pianyi.
Okay, then to the vocabularies that we've learned. The first one is to make a phone call, which is da dianhua. The second one is to receive a phone call, which is jie dianhua. And the third one is hang up, which is gua dianhua. So back to Koome for the remaining.
So for the last 2 words, okay, are the words expensive and cheap. So for expensive, it's gui, and for cheap, it's pianyi.
The last question we'll deal with is, do you use telephone cards to make international calls? To where and how much per sheet? Our answer is yes. I use Airtel SIM card and Safaricom SIM card. You can make international calls to many countries, including Tanzania, Australia, Ethiopia, England, and China. Different countries have different costs. So in Pinyin, that should be Dwe, Woyo, Airtel Dianhua, He, Safaricom Dianhua. 您可以拨打许多国家的国际电话，包括坦桑尼亚、澳大利亚、埃塞俄比亚、英国和中国。不同的国家有不同的成本。We'll now go through the new words for that section. So the first one is the verb to use, which is yo in Chinese. The next is to dial a telephone number, that is 拨打 in Chinese. The next word is many or a lot, which is 许多 in Chinese. Kan in Chinese would be 可以. In international, it would be 国际. Including would be 包括. Different would be 不同, and costs would be 成本.
That means thank you for watching. That was not part of the vocabulary we learned, but there's many more to where that came from. And the participants in order of appearance are George Philip, I myself, Abigael Towett, the beautiful girl you can see there, Jaden Koome, the man beside me, Ivy Knight, the girl next to Abigail, and last but not least is Vicky Miriti. Thank you for watching, and we are done.